All right, what is up? Welcome to the Spoiler Kings. We are going to talk about episode 2 of It. Welcome to Derry. Dropped on Halloween, so
Yep.
we're a little behind on it, but yeah, it was a long weekend for all of
Yeah.
us.
I
So
watched that immediately on Halloween because it was
yeah,
messed up.
Mhm.
yeah,
And
yeah.
it took me to today to be able to talk about it because it was just how you gonna traumatize me this episode 1 and then traumatize me worse episode 2.
Mm-hmm,
Oh, it was worse. It was
mm-hmm,
worse.
mm-hmm. It's man, yeah. This show is really hitting a lot of like good horror, and it's like
Mhm.
getting into some other things. Um, he's getting into some other things where I'm like kind of wondering what's going on with like the racism and stuff like that. It's like because it's playing a weird dynamic where is it exaggerating the racism, or is it excusing the racism by allowing it to be like, oh well, it's all the clown, you know. So I don't, because for me it can go either way, because it's like the clown is just exaggerating the racist people there, or are they just evil because of the evilness that's in that area? You know what I mean?
Nah, man.
So I was like,
You don't think it's just what it is? Racism. That's how racism was everywhere. So then, man, that's just what it was for the time period. Like I don't think there
yeah,
is anything extra to the racism. I think that's just what
but I
it
think
is.
it's there's some parts where I feel like it's like, oh well, it's because of the fear that Pennywise is called, or that the entity, it's not out yet, but so I feel like part of it is kind of like excusing the racism by allowing is like, oh well, it's because of the supernatural scary stuff, but then it also plays into parts of like, no, it's just the supernatural scary stuff is making the racists more comfortable, I guess, or
Mhm.
more, you know you know
Hmm.
yeah, I don't know.
Maybe I didn't see it at all. I just thought that for me at the time period, that's how racist people were. It's no
Mhm.
different. I didn't see it like any extra or less or anything. That's what it was. That was the time period. That is something that people dealt with every day of their life. That's how it was in the military. That's how it was everywhere you went.
Mhm.
That was just part. So I don't think like it was anything different. People literally framing black men, the Shawshank Redemption. That's what Shawshank
Yeah.
Redemption is about. That's the whole thing is about.
Yeah.
And then them and putting it on other people and sending black men into jail and all that stuff and the family and that's just. I just feel like that's just part of what it was during this time
Mhm.
period. That's
Mhm.
just par for the course. No matter if you're in Maine or Mississippi.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Mm.
excuse me. But yeah, there's a lot of that stuff going on too. Plus the actual horror part of it, like Brian said, it is traumatizing, man. It is a lot.
Yeah.
Um,
It's
yeah.
it's not holding back with that.
Yeah, exactly. Can't blame
Especially from a
everything on the clown.
especially from a psychological standpoint.
Mm.
Also, by the way,
So,
the
go
opening
ahead.
credits the opening
Mm.
credits sequence effectively disturbing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
It it's the visuals and the audio. The song that they chose to play is just
mhm,
weird, and then the visuals match with that song is
mhm,
very off-putting.
mhm.
Like,
The whole
yeah.
show's off-putting.
I feel like
Yeah.
I feel like
Everything about this damn house show, the show is just so off. Like I'm like, oh my god.
I feel like
Everything we go to. I'm sorry, go
Mhm.
ahead, B.
Oh no, it's cool. I feel like the build up to Pennywise himself is really working toward for me. I like how they're not like showing him and it doesn't look like we're gonna see him in his physical form until closer to the wrap up of the show.
Yeah.
And I kind of like that. I kind of like how they're doing that. Just that progressive build up. I feel like
Mhm.
it's really gonna, not to get too ahead of myself because we're still pretty early on in the season, but I hope that um I hope that it pays off, and I kind of think it will.
Yeah, I hope so. I think it will, like
Mhm.
like you said, I think it will, you know, because it's moving in a direction where I was kind of surprised,
Mhm.
but in a good way. Once we get to the end of the episode, I don't want to spoil it yet,
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
with why they chose the guy, I can't
Mhm.
remember his name, the military
Bill
guy.
Or not Bill Skarsgård. His name's escaping me too.
Yeah, like all that's kind of playing into a thing I wasn't quite expecting, but also I feel like, do you guys think in this episode were you worried or like, oh, they're doing the Stranger Things thing?
I was kind of getting that vibe too, and I kind of hope they don't go there.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I saw this whole thing is being very much connected to the entire universe of Stephen King, and
Yeah.
see what they're doing from all and how they're connecting so many different Stephen King adaptations into this one thing. So I'm less worried about Stranger Things and more thinking that it's going to connect to the Bates Motel. It's going to connect to multiple stories of Stephen King and might even have some type of like pulls all of it together in some kind of way if that's what they're trying to get to.
Mm-hmm.
And they're saying that this entity is entering this world through this, but it's also it's going to have like a map, and it says at this point, and you see it in Denver. And at this point, like you see that where it's going, and it's following the clairvoyant guy. Like it's going to follow as he leaves and goes does everything. I think it's going to kind of follow the whole lifeline and show how it all totally unfolds for him through his eyes. I think that that's why I see it kind of going through.
Yeah.
I love.
I wouldn't mind that. Yeah, there's a lot of Easter eggs that they're putting in there. Yeah, I like that. Person said I like to do more seasons. Did they announce more seasons?
I think they said they want to do at least 2 more.
I heard
2 more. Wow.
3. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wow.
That they take place in different time periods.
Yeah. Because every 17 years?
27.
Right? 27
years. Mm-hmm.
I guess what you're gonna go further back to the ones who actually buried the thing.
I think that's pretty much the only way.
Yeah, because 27 years from here is kind of the movie, right?
The movie, yeah.
So unless they do what
where
they tie it in.
Yeah, I think there's not going to be a generation between.
Because it's 27 years, and this is what this is what.
This is 1962.
The 60s, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is before Dr. King or any of that stuff. So if you're talking about 27 years, it'd be like 1980s, 90, 89.
Yeah, because that's when It Chapter 1 took place.
So you could do what happens in between the Derry in between. Do a lot of these things still happen in Derry even without Pennywise coming and snatching all the kids?
Mm-hmm.
How does Derry itself affected by it?
Yeah. Where a person brings up the question that everyone started asking at the end of the episode is said, wondering why the military is looking for Pennywise. Found that interesting. So,
what if it's not about Pennywise and more about the Dark Tower?
Oh, that'd be wild if they do that.
You see where I'm going with that? So that now that connects it to everything else, because really all the books with Stephen King really all comes back to Dark Tower. So maybe that's what they're looking for, this entity that is causing all this evil and stuff. They're looking for the Dark Tower itself.
That'd be interesting.
Because they're not looking for Pennywise, and that's why Pennywise is still around.
Yeah, he's there causing all these issues, because that was a thing I had too, because at the end of the episode, spoilers, I think I already got that, but at the end of the episode they said they're looking for this thing, that they want to weaponize it, which first of all is stupid. It's like, we don't know where it comes from and what it does, but we want to use it to kill Russians. So it was like,
but then wouldn't that make sense of the Dark Tower?
Yeah, it would really, I that's why I like that, but if it's still locked up, how is it causing problems? You know, and then your theory with it being connected to the Dark Tower, where Pennywise is already out. You know, he's already causing problems, but they're really looking for the, you know, or looking for
They
the
want to
Dark Tower
weaponize
without
it. You
knowing it.
can't weaponize Pennywise, but you can weaponize the Dark Tower.
I gotta go back and read up more about the Dark Tower because it's been a while since probably since the movie was when I started kind of getting caught up on it. But that I like that. I like that. But yeah, because it just doesn't make sense for me. I was like, well, if he's locked up because of what they said they had totems or something, beacons or whatever they said that was like helping lock the thing in, which you assume it's Pennywise, right? Just still under that. It's like if he's locked up, how's he causing all this trouble?
Yeah, because I don't think it's him. I think that's what it is. I don't think it's him.
That's
that they're looking for.
Yeah, I like that theory.
You can even find out it's what's the guy's name? The gunslinger or whatever it is, like something to that effect. Yeah, they have someone one of the other gunslingers before him or something like that. They're locking that's who we have locked up, not Pennywise, and you connect it all to the Dark Tower from that.
That'd be cool. And then you make a Stephen King universe.
I mean, you're already doing it with The Shining. You got The Shining going stuff. You know, we already have what's his name? We got the family, the Hanlon family. You already got what's his name? The guy Dick.
Dick Halloran.
Halloran. Yeah, thanks. So I mean, I feel like you're connecting all these points anyway, but. Do a bait and switch and say instead of being Pennywise, it's just the Dark Tower because that's where everything goes back to.
That'd be cool. Yeah, and it's just like it just so happens to be that the same time when Pennywise comes out every 27 years is so it's. I like that. I like that a lot because then it opens up the door for HBO to be like, boom, now we're doing everything. You know, everything's
this whole universe. Because I mean, the next logical progression is the Dark Tower, right? You know, not anything else. You don't need The Shining. You don't need to do anything else. But if you did something about the Dark Tower that wasn't this huge movie, you could do a lot of stuff with it.
As a TV show. As Brandman always says, books are always better as a TV show. Longer detailed books.
Let's just do it that way from now on. That should be a rule. But I like I've been really surprised by this show because originally I wasn't sure what to expect and I wasn't quite sure if we necessarily needed it, but I like that it's doing a little more with the content than the two movies did so far, which I think is impressive because we're only talking about 2 episodes in. I know that might be a premature statement, but just with the like the really graphic, brutal nature, and I think the really extreme scenes are drawn out, but they're drawn out in the right way. Because I think that's kind of what makes for effective horror.
Yeah.
Like heck, we were touching on that childbirth scene in the second episode. And just when you thought it couldn't get any more extreme than they did in the first episode,
dude,
with the same thing.
I would never sleep with the sheets over my head ever again.
Oh, dude, how claustrophobic did that make you feel?
Dude, when I started seeing like move and stuff, I was like, and then when she slipped out, I was like, no, I don't want this. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it.
Did you guys see it coming or were you kind of surprised that that's the way they went with it? Because at first I'm like, oh, it's a waterbed, you know, like she's stuck in a waterbed, and then it just got way worse. It is way worse. I was like, oh no.
Yeah. I thought it was water. I had no idea that we were talking about birth canal. I was.
Yeah.
That had me shook
like,
too.
No. And then the mother got up and she told her all those things. Like, you killed me. You split me in half. Oh my God, it was awful.
That was cold blooded.
Yeah.
That was cold blooded.
And
Like
then
I
the
was like,
next day, her dad is gone.
mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
F Susie.
Mm.
But I mean, because like Susie's screwed either way, man. You know what I mean? Like, because if she told the truth, back to the crazy ward. If she lied, then people,
So you instead of
then
you
she
having to deal with some consequences, you rather put it on someone else.
I think she
wasn't
was going to
even
deal with the
there.
consequences either way.
Exactly. So why would she not just do it and deal with it herself anyway?
Because
So
it's not going to unproved. Because like there's like, oh, you're crazy, so you're the only witness. So he definitely did it, right? Because you're crazy. So like either way, he was going to jail and she was going back to the crazy
I think
house.
because what the police said, if that was the case, that they didn't need her, they just would have locked her up. They needed her to say he was there, possibly that he was there, for them to go grab him. And that's why they put the pressure on you. They make you think that you didn't. What you say doesn't matter, but it actually does.
Yeah, because the way they reworded it was very, very like cop like.
But it's possible that you're there. He's there, but they wouldn't have done it if they didn't need it. If they could just do whatever they want to do, regardless of what you said, they wouldn't have done it. They needed her to do that at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why, if you know that, then you just don't. Yeah, if I'm gonna go either way. You can't arrest him either way, but I'm gonna go either way.
Yeah.
So like literally,
no, I'm saying they would have found a way to arrest him because everyone in the town wanted him arrested. So
it doesn't matter. You still need a witness. There's no you had that, and that's what the cop said. You need to figure out a way to do this because you need a witness regardless, and that's what they did. They coerced the weakest link to try to become a witness. And she shouldn't have been her.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't even like being a witness. It was being like not witnessing it, right? Because that's how they changed the words. Where it was so you're absolutely 100% sure he wasn't there without a shadow of a doubt. And she's like,
as long as she said he wasn't there, that's his alibi. So you have his mother being there, and she's the alibi. So until she says no, he's not there, or maybe he wasn't. Maybe he was there.
Yeah.
That they could arrest him.
Yeah.
But she said no, and then she went off to the thing. They can't do anything to him. They could have made his life horrible. But they couldn't go get him. But they needed her.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just all the shitty people in that town too were like just shitty people. Horrible people.
I just think that's just 1960s.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's just the 1960s, man. That's where it is.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just but
there's no voting rights then.
Captain Bowers knew how to play on Lily's trauma to break her. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He knew he needed it.
Mm-hmm.
So he just used her. And it's messed up to a little girl having to deal with that, but that's just how it was.
Yeah. What kind of mother drops off a daughter in mental ward like that?
Not all women are great mothers. That's just whatever.
Yeah.
But you also got to remember she dealt with her own trauma with her husband being chopped up into these pickle bottles. How did the body get into pickle bottles? No one caught that.
No one caught that. Like how they the
FDA just approved that mother.
Yeah.
Going out to the store.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why Liz told you trying to check me. But you should have known because she was worried about herself, but she was gonna go anyway.
Yeah. Either way, she was gonna go.
She was gonna go no matter what. But she was restricted to it.
Yeah. That Pennywise is making me consider my fear of clowns even more than other reasons, and people know I already am. The thing is, we haven't even seen the clown yet.
Yeah, I have fear of people.
All right.
Fear of people.
Was supposed to be a TV series, and the studio forced them to make a movie. I did not know that.
I didn't know that either. Wait a minute, you slipping, man. That's what you should have been saying.
It should have been a TV show.
Yeah, I didn't even realize. I know they were trying to get the movie done for a while, and at one point it was going to be Cary Fukunaga who did the True Detective series or created True Detective, but
Mhm.
his script apparently made a lot of changes to the source content,
Mm.
which I think there was a dispute over, and that's why he left the project. I didn't. Yeah,
You
someone
said the
got past me.
original was supposed to be a TV show.
Mhm.
Never heard that. That's awesome.
Yeah. I think it would make it easier on the kids if the adults could see Pennywise themselves. Yeah, but that's why Pennywise always goes after kids. You
Mhm.
know.
Because you
Yeah.
go after the weak's link. That's what the copies did.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Oh my god. Yeah.
After
They're
the
gonna make it where the adults see Pennywise. You think because the movies, it seemed like no one knew and thought the kids were nuts. Yeah, I think it's gonna stay that way. I think it's gonna stay into traumatizing kids. Yeah,
because it's Stephen King. Gotta
Yeah.
traumatize a kid. Come on.
yeah. But also, it's gonna be a little interesting because the way they have it, where they brought in the military guy, they tested him, which take that for what it's worth, to see if he's like without fear, because they need him on the special project kind of thing. So it's like maybe they might kind of really test it with the adults, and it's gonna be interesting.
Mhm.
I think that
If
no
they go
one's
that route.
without fear, and I think they're using him because he has a mind and he knows the clearance and all that stuff, and they're using him as bait.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
and I think that's what they do. They're setting him up to fail because he's expendable, not because he's anything special.
But doesn't he know something, or he did something, right?
Yeah, in Korea, he was
In
a
Korea.
prisoner of war or whatever, and
Oh.
that's he got the burn and the stuff on his face, and everything as a
Mm.
POW, and he did something special there to get other people out. So, I think that's they're using him.
Yeah. Yeah. Literally bait.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But so the mother was an animal. Yeah, the way she looked at her, like, ugh, like, get out of my
Yeah.
car. That was nasty. Yeah. I would like Rob Zombie to do Pennywise in Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, like, for sure. Pennywise, maybe not.
Pennywise, absolutely not.
Yeah.
He's
You need a maniac with a chainsaw, screaming and grunting. Rob Zombie all day.
Mhm. He'd probably like write Pennywise like to have like a trailer trash family too, who says fuck every other word.
Randomly show like white horses and never explain
Mhm.
why.
And cast his wife to play Pennywise.
That'd be funny. Oh man. Yeah, what do you guys think they're gonna do where they dig up the car with the corpse? That's another question.
I honestly have no idea. I'm curious to see where they go with that too.
The
no
military
idea.
obviously knows something about what's going on.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And they're literally going to use what they can to lure Pennywise out.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, that's why I think they're using what's happening because of this.
Yeah. That's good. The good thing about the show is like it's really intriguing you to like, oh, what's gonna happen next? What's gonna go on? And it really is pulling you a few different ways, So
Mama Bear, you are something special.
which is, her husband was a big deal.
See what I did there? See what I did
Yeah.
there?
So speaking of the pickled dad, the other big horror scene was in the grocery store with what's her name, Grace, whatever her name is, Gracie. How'd you guys like that? Because that was just creepy, and then it got really
Mhm.
really creepy. But what do you guys think about that whole scene? I'm gonna go, Brian, man.
The pickle scene.
Yeah, just the whole grocery, because like the walls were coming in, the creepy dude kept peeking around the
Peeking
corner.
around. It looked like Severance.
Again,
Yeah.
again, claustrophobic and like
Yeah.
I'm if I wasn't already opening this or watching this show like kind of like in an open kind of spacey area, which is my living room, I definitely need to maintain that energy because I still felt claustrophobic. I felt like the walls were like squeezing in where I was sitting.
Mm.
It just the use of tension, the way that it was filmed, because it was all like kind of like medium slash close-ups, if memory serves me correctly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And just ugh, it just made me so uncomfortable. Like I started going like this.
I thought, like, bro, if I felt like someone was following me in a grocery store, I would turn around and say, "You follow me in the grocery store, bro?"
Mhm. Yeah.
But every time she
Like,
turned around, he wasn't there. You
yeah, I
know?
would have ran. I would have ran around. I'm gonna catch you. You're not gonna sneak up on me.
Yeah. Like who's you? What do
I'm
you
looking
want?
behind me right now in the camera, just because I don't trust what's behind me,
Just in case.
just in case.
Yeah. But I thought it was so well done because every time she passed, there was like the kid and the mom, I think, were in one of the aisles, and then like they both like turn at the same time. The creepy dude who just like literally he's like there, he's like, yeah, this goes back. Like, what the hell, man? It's like funny, but also like creepy, and then he like comes up right behind her and shit. It's like, yeah, that was like, and then every time she turns, it's just like Brandman said, like there's another wall, and there's another wall, and then eventually she just gets caught. You know,
Yep. Why are you going down that pickle aisle? I will avoid that aisle like the plague.
forever. I don't ever want to see a pickle. Don't no promotions, no nothing. Don't ask me about a pickles.
I want relish. I don't want nothing. Nothing that's pickle like. I'm not doing it. So I wouldn't even going down that aisle. I'll be like, oh, pickle, nope, not me.
Yeah,
no olives, no nothing else that could be almost considered a pickle. I'm good.
anything pickled at that
Exactly.
point. Anything that's in the jar. Yeah, yeah, but yeah, that scene was interesting. You know, because I was like, man, because like he goes like up her legs, and then the thing kind of comes around and like hooks her mouth, and it was like this is a lot for especially for like a young actress like that to like deal with. You know, it was like geez, yeah, yeah. It's just I was expecting a more of a mess when it cut back to reality. I thought the whole shelf was just going to be on the floor, but instead it was like what, one jar.
Yeah, saying what'd you do? I mean, like two or three jars that you broke or something.
Yeah, yeah. And the guy's like, "What are you doing?" It's like it's a fucking pickle jar. Like like everyone knew, what's going on with her and her dad. So it's like, bro, you're cool. Like it's fine.
Like, yeah, you didn't say, "Oh, I got it. I understand."
Yeah. Then you get mad, and then next thing you know, she's back in the crazy house. I was like, damn. Yeah. Oh man. Said Mom said he goes after kids because they scare easier and fear is good seasoning. Yeah.
Good seasoning.
Yeah.
What do Pennywise know about
like
seasoning? What does he know about seasoning? It's salt and pepper, a little paprika.
Yeah. He said, I'm good for a while. And pickles. I'm pickles. Yeah.
Pickles. Yeah.
Yeah. Is Lily the 60s Beverly Marsh?
I can see the parallels.
Hmm.
I could see the parallels between Lily and Beverly. You know, just kind of
Scream
the
queen type of thing.
yeah, the obviously the relationship with her, well, in this case her mom, kind of speaks for itself.
The shitty parent.
Yeah. I could definitely see the parallels between her and Beverly for sure.
Yeah. Because they are kind of doing that, right? I think we noticed at this episode where they're kind of doing parallels to the original. Was it Loser?
Losers Club, yeah.
Yeah, the Blues Club.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, like even Ronnie, I'm kind of seeing some parallels between her and Mike Hanlon a little bit, and
Mm.
I think that's probably like the closest parallel, character wise.
Yeah.
It seemed like with on the first episode with Phil and what was the other kid? What was the other boy's name?
I don't remember.
No, I was
But I know the two friends, right? The two friends always hung
Yeah.
out together.
I was kind of getting like Eddie and Richie vibes
Mm-hmm.
from them.
So
know,
they're dead now, so it don't matter.
Not no more.
Mhm.
Yeah, them and Maddie all dead.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I was trying to Pennywise able to mess with the kids all growing up in it too. I don't know. I think because they provoked him, right? Wasn't that what it was? Like they went back to the town and started provoking him, and
Mhm.
you know,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think
something like that.
yeah, if memory serves me correctly, they were the ones that provoked him. They were like the ones that had stood up to him. So in chapter 2, it was a little more personal for Pennywise because I
Mhm.
think it was kind of a blow to his ego.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, because Pennywise relish the pickle. All right.
When the dad started talking, when he had layers of it, his face got put together, he started talking. I was like, nah, bro. I'm
Yeah.
good. I'm
Like,
good.
they all spin like a Rubik's cube kind of style, and then he licks the jar from the inside.
He's trying to give her a kiss. I'm like, man, that's
Mm.
crazy.
Yeah, that was kind of weird and all of it.
And why is he trying to tongue kiss his daughter?
Yeah.
What's going on? Like, are you trying to say something about this whole relationship?
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, Will similar to Bill. I mean, even look at the name.
Mhm.
But yeah. Okay. But we'll finish up with Preston saying the one with the curly hair reminds me of the one investigating and reading up on things. Because knowing myself, I would go into places knowing Pennywise is probably at probably at to investigate.
Yeah, see,
Up on
I'm the
part,
one
yeah.
who's never going to go anywhere that Pennywise is at. Ever.
No. Like, oh, he might be in there. All right, cool. I'm going that way. I'm going the other way.
Don't you want to investigate? Nope. End of movie. Roll credits.
Well, that's a direct quote. Yeah. But oh, anything else you guys go think about this one episode?
Is it? I'm going to ask you the same question I asked about the first one.
Mm.
Is the disgusting parts too much yet?
2 episodes in a row. Go ahead.
I don't think they are, because I think that, and I think I kind of touched on this last time we talked about it. They really, they really establish the brutality, the brutal nature of this show, like right when they begin, not even 5 minutes into the first episode. So I kind of, part of me is expecting it to get even more extreme, if I'm being honest.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the tone they set. So they set your expectations right away. So I don't know if in this scenario there's such a thing as too far or too much, because they show you right away that that's what you're getting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Them
So,
setting the standard in that first 10 minutes in episode 1 was
Mhm.
like, this is what you're getting. So yeah, it's not too far yet.
Mhm.
If I see one more birth scene, it's over. If I see one more birth
yeah,
scene,
seriously. Yeah.
we have problems.
Yeah. But even that, I wonder if they do more birth scenes, is that like a whole thing of like, comparing like, oh, this is Pennywise coming back out to the world, like being unlocked, being reborn. Is that kind of a thing why he's so insistent on these birth things going on? I don't know. I feel like it might be a little too meta for the show, but
Man.
But
Let Lily
it's walking that line, man.
Let Lily have
Walking
to. She gonna have a baby, and she gonna give birth to Pennywise. That's what's gonna happen. Watch.
Just the clown comes out.
The clown comes out. It's like, hey, mama.
Full grown Pennywise comes out. That's horrible. Yeah. Yeah. Now do it to her mom. Do it to her mom instead. She deserves it. She's an asshole.
100%.
Not thick enough for your kid. Oh man. But yeah.
All I gotta say is
Do it.
Oh man. But yeah, unless you guys got anything else, man, I think that's about it for this episode.
no, I'm good.
Don't be wussies, guy.
I don't need another breath. No, look, I've seen both my kids being born. Come on, I'm good.
I've seen the real deal.
Yeah, I've been there.
I've seen more than just my two kids being born. So a few births. So yeah, I'm good. But but it's writing that line of it's gross, but it's not overly gross where you're like oh, I can't watch this, but it's to the point where you're like, and like kind of squinting, but you're still watching, and I think that's like good horror, because you could do something like The Substance where it's like damn, it's like hard to watch at times, but this is like it's that getting right there, getting to that point where you're not fully grossed out, but you're kind of going ilk, so
yeah.
The placenta was crazy.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah. I didn't see it coming. I just didn't see it coming. Yeah.
When the mother stood up, the leg. Oh my god!
And then she like runs at her and makes like the face and stuff like that. That's when like it's like it stays on it for long enough where you're like, this is freaky, but it doesn't like, it's not a flash, but it doesn't like overdo it, so it's like a good amount of time where you're just like, holy shit, and then it goes away. So yeah, worried for the soldier's wife. Oh yeah, 100%.
She likes to put her nose in the other people's stuff too, man. Yeah. Woo.
Yep. Yeah, it's not gonna be fun. It's not gonna be fun for most of that family. I feel like, or all of that family, all three of them.
I mean, their last name's already Hanlon. They're losing.
Yeah. But all right, we'll finish that up here. But episode 2 was entertaining for sure. It was another good episode with this show. So we're all curious to see where it goes in episode 3 and so on. But we want to hear from you guys. So if you watch the show, you check this out, leave a comment, let us know what you think about episode 2 of it. Welcome to Derry. Any theories? I like Brian's Dark Tower theory a lot. I hope they go that route. That'd be cool. But
they could.
I hope it'll be a lot of fun. It'll be a lot of fun. But yeah, let us know what you guys think about it. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, come and join us next Monday when we talk about the next episode of the show, and also on Thursdays and Saturdays when we talk about other fun nerdy stuff as well. So we appreciate you guys, and everyone in the live chat, stick around because we're gonna move on to our next topic for the night.